I'm Amy Stoneham from Hidden Wires. I'm joined today by Daryl Friedman, the Global President and CEO of CEDIA. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure. Always happy to be back with you, Amy.
Let's start with a quick recap. Since becoming CEDIA's Global President and CEO, you have been credited with many achievements, such as guiding CEDIA out of the pandemic and achieving profitability for the association for the first time in 5 years. As well as a record high new membership acquisition rates, with CEDIA members now represented in over 80 countries, plus the addition of multiple new programs and toolkits and much more. How have you helped steer the association towards these achievements over the last few years?
Well, I do appreciate you giving me credit for all of that, but I have to say that's not just me. There's a whole team of folks who've been really committed to CEDIA and making sure these things happen. A great board of directors, amazing staff at CEDIA, and of course our volunteers who extend that reach and are experts for us, and of course our members. But I think the key thing for me was just listening. I mean, our best ideas come from the membership. So I spent the first 90 days of this job just traveling the world, talking to members, understanding their needs, how CEDIA can be more helpful. And we learn from them what is really needed, and the focus of CEDIA's priorities have been on those very things, like workforce development, advocacy, increasing the value of the industry and of membership. So I think I'm very proud of the work of the last 2+ years, but it certainly was a team effort.
Okay, very modest. um, so you've just signed a contract to extend your tenure to until the end of 2027. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What are your
Thrilled.
what are your longer term goals for the organisation?
Well, now that, having this consistency and continuity through 2027 and hopefully beyond, just gives us a chance to really continue the work we're doing and stay focused on the goal. So in the coming years, I think we have, a number of pretty ambitious goals for CEDIA and for our industry. One is we have to increase the consumer awareness that we even exist, CEDIA as
Mm.
an industry and CEDIA as an association. And so we're putting a fair amount of resources behind a consumer campaign to really make sure people understand there is a professional CI channel here. There is a professional industry, just like you would hire a professional plumber, a professional electrician, you should hire a professional integrator. I don't think many
Mm.
consumers know that yet, but we want to change that. So, in the days of CEDIA's founding, that would have been impossible to do without an advertisement on the World Cup or some major investment like that. But these
Yeah.
days, with good savvy SEO and good internet digital strategies, we can do that. So that's one priority. Another one is to do more work in the advocacy front, really working with governments all around the world, including the UK, to establish this category of integrator as an official occupation, to make sure regulations and policies are friendly to our business, and just to make sure we exist and that the governments are aware of this important industry. And finally, this year we'll be launching a foundation, a private charity that will be able to get grants from private foundations and governments to fund workforce, to fund awareness, and just to make this industry even better. So those are some of the key priorities for the next year or two.
Yeah, excellent. And so to achieve those, how have your roadmaps for the association changed for the next 3 years to build on that success that you've mentioned? And will you be working closely with the board of directors to make sure that they are achieved?
Yeah, well, the board has been an incredible guiding light for me, and they really set the strategy for the organization along with me. And then I've got the
Mm.
team at CEDIA, which is an amazing group of people dedicated to this channel, dedicated to this community to help move this forward. So I think our goals, maybe that's the next iteration of kind of the first 2 to 3 years, was just to really help the integrator even more use the tools we have. So, for example, we created a workforce development tool to recruit new talent in the industry called CEDIA Next Gen. And it's a
Mhm.
great package, a lot of information that integrators can use, a great video for recruiting young people, young talent into this industry. But we found is just the integrators are so busy that we have to kind of do what we can to help them. So the next phase of that will be to really match make between integrators and technical colleges, community career centers, things like that in their industries to kind of help that. And I think that's with everything we want to do. We want to kind of take that next step for the busy integrator who maybe doesn't even have time to use the tools to help them kind of make the most of these.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds great. Really looking forward to seeing how the organisation continues to develop over the next few years with you, and hopefully beyond as well. Thank you so much for joining us today, Daryl. Thank you.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for the conversation.